6:37 now. If you have a Georgia fishing license, you might be fishing for dinner. But biologists with the Department of Natural Resources aren't there to find food. They're armed with electricity and expert knowledge for a shock check.
Yeah, it's called spring electrofishing. And Fariha Bar got to learn directly from the Central Georgia Fisheries biologist. Fariha, this sounds like this would hurt the fish.
Yeah, it actually doesn't. It's shocking for a reason. It's not about catching dinner. It's about science, health, and keeping our lakes teeming with life. Here's what we learned about the fishing business of spring electrofishing.
Central Georgia waters are stunning. Fish, that is.
It's a controlled electrical current that we emit in the water. It temporarily stuns the fish and allows us to collect a sufficient sample that we need.
Georgia's Department of Natural Resources Fisheries Biologist and Regional Supervisor for Central Georgia County's Hunter Roop explains the agency is constantly working to evaluate and improve fish populations for sport.
A grocery store manager who's looking at his inventory and trying to understand what products are being taken off the shelf, what he needs to order to replenish his inventory.
Think of it like a fish census with a jolt. Each spring biologists get current on what's going on underwater.
So they're usually in 10 feet of water or less, and that's where electrofishing is effective.
The fish might be stunned, but the data's buzzing with information from the growth rates, mortality rates, and even environmental factors like water temperature and sedimentation levels.
So there's a lot of metrics that we can, and insights that we can gain by doing electrofishing.
What might sound intense is actually safe for the fish, Roop explains.
Fish don't really have a lot of self-awareness. It's a relatively painless procedure.
As for anglers and humans in the water, it feels like a tingle or noticeable jolt, he says, like touching an electric fence.
By buying fishing tackle, by buying boat motor fuel, all of those purchases end up coming back to the state of Georgia to fund conservation efforts.
In other words, it's all hands on deck to keep fish on the hook.
Like you heard, using a low voltage current to temporarily stun fish in shallow water, biologists can safely collect samples, check their health, and track the success of stocking efforts. It's science at work beneath the surface, and it's all about keeping your next fishing trip a good one.